Good afternoon. Lorraine here, and we're doing another wellness gathering. Welcome, everybody.
Oh,
We're
there's
taking
Janet.
on, yeah,
Sorry.
there's Janet popping on. Taking
Hi, Janet.
ownership of our well-being through with the principles of core alignment. And we're doing creating clarity and connections. And this is our third session, and Lynne will facilitate the session.
All right,
Thank you for joining
welcome.
us, everyone.
Yeah, everybody's here. Awesome. So yes, so today, what we're going to be focusing on is what they call the three mentors. And in core alignment, the three mentors are our conscious body, our subconscious ego, and our unconscious heart. And so we call it's called the three mentors speak. And so the conscious, I probably went over this last time, but it was like it's how we show up in the world. On the surface is our conscious body. Our subconscious is how we decide to show up in the world based on experiences and our feelings, thoughts, beliefs from all of our events, incidents, and accidents that are close to the surface that we've gone through. And our subconscious, our unconscious part of us is our God part, or the deep, the part of us that's deep below the surface, that's gathering all the information and storing all the information from our experiences from the time we were created in our mother's womb. So all three of these parts is what we are working with through these conversations. And so today we're going to be talking about the power of three, because three is a very powerful number, because wherever there's three or more gathered, there's much that gets revealed. So today we're going to start with a question. And the question for today is, who is someone that is easy for you to talk to? So my name is Lynne, and I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and someone who is easy for me to talk to. Well, the first one that popped up right now, just asking that question, is my husband and partner in life. It's very easy for me to talk to him. I can talk to him, I can talk at him, but I really just can share just about anything with him. And sometimes it's too easy. Sometimes I should probably not say something, but I do anyways. But it's very easy for me to talk with him. So Madeline?
My name is Madeline. I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and someone who is easy to talk to. Well, I'm going to say my daughter, my oldest daughter, Jessica, because she's a talker. And when I'm not really that enthused to talk, she'll fill in the blanks. She brings out talking out of me. So I'm fortunate to have my a closeness with my daughter.
Thanks. Hattie Jane.
I'm Hattie Jane. I'm down in Falls Church, Virginia. And quite honestly, I talk with everybody. But not the same closeness that you and Madeline have. Because that takes time and trust and history. And I tend to kind of like go through times.
Is there someone that's easy for you to talk to?
As I said, everyone.
Got it.
It's that, but I recognize that the deeper talk that can persist is one who knows you, who understands you. No, at this moment in time, that doesn't come to mind.
Got it. Awesome. Janet?
Hi, this is Janet in Calgary. And my friend Donna in Montreal comes to mind. We can talk a blue streak and we can finish each other's sentences. I mean, half the time we don't even have to say the whole story and we get it. And basically can chat about everything and anything. And it's a joy. There's a lot of laughter. Even in serious or disheartening times, there's still that we thread joy through it.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Dawn Marie?
My name is Dawn Marie, and I am from Sacramento, California. And when I heard you say that, who is easy for me to talk to? I really had to think about that, because it takes me a while to trust that I can relay the information to you, number one. And then number two, I tend to talk a lot when I am comfortable around people, but I'm still choosing what I share. So let's see. I would have to say a friend of mine who moved to Mississippi about 10 years ago, and we've lost contact with each other. She lost her numbers in her cell phone. And when we reconnected, it was just like we had talked to each other yesterday. So we reconnected, and it felt so easy to be able to catch up with her. So I'd have to say my friend Penny.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Olive?
My name's Olive, and I'm in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Person that's easiest for me to talk to is my friend Bridget. We've been friends for almost 50 years, and she's not only easy to talk to, she's a good listener. Good qualities.
Awesome. Lorraine?
I'm Lorraine. I'm in Osoyoos, British Columbia, and someone that's easy for me to talk to. I'm like, there's a mix of what to what I have to say, and I think I listen more. But I think one person that comes to mind I'm easy to talk to is my daughter, Lynne. What can I say? It's she doesn't always listen, but that's all right. No, it's funny how uh, that recognizing is easy to talk to. I just go back to my childhood, and there was always one girl that I went to school with. I was so easy to talk to, and we would talk about everything. That made a difference.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I mean, often it's about listening, and it's about being comfortable, and it's about trusting. And I think having somebody that's easy to talk to can fall into many realms. Sometimes it's deeper conversation. Sometimes it's just something easy, like just easy to chit chat. So we're going to be looking at what they call the three mentors. And this conversation is in different realms, not just in core alignment coaching, but so when we look at mentors, we often have teachers or things that have inspired us in our lives. So who is someone in your life, or it could be somebody somebody living, somebody who's passed, somebody who has been a mentor or a teacher for you in your life. So I know for myself, I'll just go with the founder of this work, with Kate Michaels, and she is one of my mentors. And I look to her because she's given me so much information. She gave me the information I needed so that I could understand myself more deeply. And she was really good at giving the information that made a difference. And so who is somebody in your life that has made a difference for you that you consider to be a mentor? Olive?
Someone that I consider to be a mentor is someone I have not actually even met in real life. It's my yoga leader who I met online, and at the beginning of COVID, when we couldn't go out to do outside activities, I found his class, and I've continued to follow him. So he's my mentor.
Cool. Awesome. Dawn Marie?
I would have to say my long lost pastor. He was such a business minded individual that he had lots of ideas about establishing business, about helping you to see what your vision was to create your own business. He would have business seminars at the church, and it just sparked in me that entrepreneurship. I served up under him for 27 years. I learned a lot, not only spiritually, but physically as well. And I'd have to say, Pastor Godot was my mentor.
Awesome. Madeline?
I can't think of anyone specifically. I want to say the silly books. I don't even know who the author is, but they were silly books that I read as a kid, and they were just jokes, right? Like they were just illustrated jokes, but they were all about humor and how humor is so good in your life. So if I knew the author of these books, I would have a name, but I think it's the concept more than anything else that life is really about just looking at the funny side of things. And that to me it just really implanted big, meaning for me in my life.
Got it. Janet?
The gentleman that comes to mind had a significant impact on me. His name was John Prince, and he was the director of the summer program at the cottage in Quebec. And I think he held that capacity for 27 plus years. So he was in charge of running the summer curriculum, which encompassed, swimming lessons, diving lessons, canoeing, sailing. He taught square dancing. He ran a movie night. He was instrumental in the regattas, but he was a constant for, I'm going to say, not just myself, but the whole, children, teen, young adult curriculum or community. Instilled a lot of, he had a presence, and he was very respectful. And with that, he commanded a certain abundance of respect back. He was firm yet fair, and he was always sort of a grounded, safe place you could go to and talk to. We had the benefit of being under his, I'm going to say, his umbrella, and expanding us to an incredible world for decades. And I remember being part of the youth council, and he encouraged me I had to give a delivery at the general meeting, and that was my first sort of public speaking at the age of maybe 15 or 16. And he just gave me the confidence to expand out of my shyness and my undiscovered areas, and just he was profound.
Awesome. Hattie Jane?
Well, my thought came, she sounds awesome, Janet. Mine was my mother. And it wasn't, and she just keeps mentoring me now as I age and start to recognize how she was living through, and things are changing. And that's a quiet someone who was there.
Awesome. Lorraine?
Okay, well, somebody who is my mentor, I don't think I have any specific mentor in mind. I've always called Lynne my mentor, but I think
to use someone else.
Yeah, to use someone else. But I think it depended on who I was associated with at the time. And I think the volunteer ladies back in Regina that I work so closely I think they were all mentors at that point in time in my life. And even now, I have mentors. If I feel good and I learn something from them, I don't think I've got anybody specifically as a mentor that I would fall back to or talk to, but as it depending on what stage of life and what activity that I was doing, everybody was a mentor to me because they left something in my psyche that I found growth with.
Awesome. Yeah. So I mean, mentors come in different flavors, right? They come like through an author who's written things. They can come through people that are in our lives that we've had experiences with. And so we're going to look at hearing their words through taking, we're focusing on having more ownership for our health and our wellness here. So what would you think? Well, if you were to step into their shoes, into your mentor's shoes, what would they tell you? What would they see you doing in you taking more, taking better care of yourselves? So if you were to step into their shoes and had them speak about what they see you doing to care for them yourself, what would they see and what would they say? Patty Jane?
I have no idea. I was trying to think, what would my mother be saying? It's like, it would either be a quiet smile or a
Awesome. Awesome.
It was good that way.
Yeah. How about you, Madeline?
I would say that the immediate thing would be to lighten up. That would be something that would be said. Just lighten up, have fun. Like, life is not that serious. It goes by. I was just reading something and it was like, 4,000 weeks or something, like something absolute. It's just crazy short, right? Our lifespans, even at 80 or 100, it's like it's not that long. You got to have fun. That's really what it's about. I would say that
8,000, no,
weeks.
86,400 seconds in a day.
Yeah. But so, it go, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Have fun.
How about you, Olive?
I think my mentor, whose name is Parker, would tell me to have, would probably see in my actions that I have fun doing yoga and to continue doing it for as long as I can.
Awesome. How about you, Dawn Marie?
Well, I would have to say, again, Pastor Godot, he would probably say, job well done. You're still standing. You're still living your best life. You are on your journey to entrepreneurship. And I saw you with the capabilities when you walked through the doors of the church 27, 28 years ago, that you had that potential. But to see you rising above it today, and still moving forward in life, I think he would be pleased, because that's what his vision was to build the church, make disciples that influence California and the world. And I think to some degree, I get an opportunity to do that by speaking to you all. So I'm grateful for that.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
How about you, Lorraine?
Yeah, thinking, and if I, like Hattie Jane, used my mother as a mentor, and if I was standing in her shoes, she always had very famous sayings when I was growing up. Live and let live. Don't be ashamed of what you've done. And what was another one? Those are the two things. And or you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
There you go. How about you, Janet?
I would have to say it'd be the same individual, and he would basically be applauding for me to keep on keeping on, and not to be so hard on myself. Maybe slow down a little bit and see things for what they really are.
Mhm. Yeah, when I think of if I think of Kate and what she would say to me, she would often tell me to take an outside perspective and step into somebody else's shoes and look at it from a bird's eye view and tell the story as if you're watching a movie and step outside it rather than be in it. And that was always good advice. So with this, looking at your mentors and looking at the people that inspire you, what kind of support do you feel like you would like to ask them for today? Janet?
Putting me on the spot. Yeah, what support do I need to ask them? I'm sorry, what was the question?
Yeah. If you could ask them for some support, what kind of support would you ask them for today?
To remind me of the resiliency that is within. Awesome. And to have that shine. Have that shine and be radiant out and not second guess myself.
Marie?
The support that I would ask my mentor for today is continuous prayer, because I know at the time that I served up under him, he had a really special calling on his life, and it was very anointed. And I would just say, keep me covered in your thoughts with your prayers, and to keep the door open, because you never know, one day I may come back.
Olive?
Well, I think I would continue. I would ask my mentor to just continue being a mentor, to keep doing what you're doing.
Awesome. Madeline?
I think, to remember that, I think what you just said, Lynn, that outside perspective, to remember that, that when you're in it, you don't see it nearly as effectively. And so to remember to do that outside perspective and look at it from in somebody else's shoes. I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah. Hattie Jane?
I don't know for sure. I was just doing arithmetic. Mom would be 109. So I would say live in the moment.
Awesome. Lorraine?
So what I think that the advice I would ask my mentor, yeah, it's well, I think probably you'd take an outside look on what I'm doing, and I would say, now, does that look the right thing for me to be doing?
Taking that outside perspective. Yes. Well, we can step into our mentor's shoes anytime. We can ask them for help and support anytime. And this is a whole process that one can do, just focused on, gathering information from 2 or 3 people in our lives that we consider to be mentors. And we can often hear their words and we can often hear from others what we can't hear ourselves. So what will you take with you from today that will support you until we talk again? Olive?
From today's conversation, I will take that we need to look for the background, and it's just during one.
Janet?
What I will take away that will serve me for the rest of my life would be that in any moment, there is the possibility of reaching out to the mentor. I'm also aware of that I do put myself in a lot of people's shoes. And then what happens, I'm feeling all the energy and the emotion from all that perspective. And so maybe I can actually learn to let go of that, get the appreciation of it, get the knowledge of it, and then not carry it around. So I thank you for presenting this today.
Awesome. Dawn Marie?
What I will carry away from today that will keep me for the rest of my life is the fact that you can be a mentor at any time to anyone. You just need to make yourself available and think back to when someone mentored you and the effect that that had on you to be able to give that to someone else. So I would say keeping my options open, to keep looking for opportunities to be a mentor as I circle around this walk of life.
Awesome. Patty Jane?
I was thinking, remember Mom, you said prepare for the worst or expect the worst, but live for the moment. There was something about, okay, be real, prepare for the potential problems, but then get on with it and enjoy it.
So awesome. Madeline?
What I will take with me that will support me for the rest of today, or
Till we talk again.
That we've been talking until we talk again. Is well, the outside perspective, I think, is really made an impression. So that is what I am going to take away, and to just not be too heavy with all of my thoughts and feelings, to lighten things up as much as I can. Like, things are meant to be joyful. So have a laugh. That's what I'm going to take away. Have a laugh.
Yeah. How about you, Lorraine?
What I'll take away from till we talk again is, I think it's I had it in my head, the good feeling of what you learn from other people that have really taught you something or mentored you in something, even if it was a very subtle conversation or a relationship. It's that good feeling from within myself that, gee, this was a good situation to be in.
Awesome. Yeah, what I take away is this sense of contribution that mentors are, but also being a mentor. I think I play on both sides, and I feel like we all mentor each other in some way, but then there are some that have just been the little scoop underneath the bum, So I take away that kind of support, that I can rest back in those who are supporting me or mentoring me. It's like their belief in me helps me believe in myself more. So what will you take with you that'll support you for the rest of your life, Lorraine?
Well, I think just talking about it, what I'll take away is just bringing it to more of your awareness, and show your appreciation and gratitude that mentors have entered your life in some capacity along the journey that we travel.
Olive?
I will take with me to support me for the rest of my life, to take opportunities to be a mentor to others.
Awesome. Dawn Marie? Dawn Marie?
I would have to say, to support me, what I will take away from today that will support me for the rest of my life would be to stay open. Stay open, be flexible, trust the process, and apply wisdom as needed.
Awesome. Janet?
What I will take away from today's conversation to support me for the rest of my life would be that I've got options of support, and to recognize that I am not alone, that there are others, mentors, tools that I can utilize to support me in any given moment.
Awesome. Eddie J?
And that I will be open and actually hear what they have to say and try to and be grateful that I have an opportunity to integrate it and get around to integrating some of that mentorship. When it's offered, say, okay, what did we do?
Awesome. Madeline?
You muted.
What? Sorry, thank you. What I didn't hit the button properly. What I will take with me that will support me for the rest of my life. Being able to listen is really good. Everything that everyone has said so far is really good. That the opportunities are there, but you just have to be attuned to them, in tune to them, and that support is always there, can always be there if you're just wanting it, right? You get what you want if you ask for it. So that certainly can be something that will support me for the rest of my life.
Awesome. Yes. Well, what I take away is so many miracles. I think these conversations are little baby miracles. And so I just take away that the mentors are all smiling down on us right now, saying, yay!
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Lynn. It's been a great afternoon, and I'm going to stop the recording.